Hi there, I'm Mike. What I have for you today is Star Wars The Black Series number 112, Kit Fisto. So here it is, the very last figure in the numbered waves, the official released waves of Phase 3 of Star Wars The Black Series. This box style started back in 2015. It was a welcome change, in my opinion, over what we had before, but it's nice that we're redoing the numbering system. It's nice to kind of freshen up the line, and the last figure to be released is good old Kit Fisto, who is essentially the Obi-Wan Kenobi body we just looked at the video before, but with a squid head. Before I get further into the review, if you want to go ahead and hit that like button, that'd be super cool. Now in the meantime, if you want to take a look at a picture of Kit Fisto while I read the bio on the back of the box, that would also be cool. As a part of a Jedi rescue mission to Geonosis, Nautolan Jedi Knight Kit Fisto fought separatist droids and saw the first shots fired in the Clone Wars. Finally, a bio about the Clone Wars and Attack of the Clones, and not just a generic, I don't know what it is. It's just weird that we finally got a bio for something actually Attack of the Clones related. Anyways, this is Kit Fisto out of the box. And like I said, he's essentially the Obi-Wan Kenobi body we just saw, which is fine, but painted differently and with, honestly, a great head too. So Kit Fisto first appeared in Attack of the Clones. He's most known for that scene where he kind of smiles awkwardly after knocking C-3PO over. It's like kind of a you're welcome kind of thing. I don't know. His smile always kind of looked weird to me, but I get it, it's fine. But so much so, I kind of wish they had sculpted his head here as smiling like that. Like, why wouldn't you do that? It just kind of makes sense. Also, he appeared a bunch in both animated Clone Wars cartoons. He was voiced by the great Phil Lamar. He also died at the hands of Palpatine when he went to go arrest him with Mace Windu. So let's talk about the looks real quick. On the surface level, they're great, but when you do a little research, it does kind of fall apart just a bit. Firstly, the head from the front looks amazing. The eye sculpt, the nose sculpt, the head sculpt, even the tentacle sculpts look great. The paint, the splotching, the shading, everything looks fantastic. And it is really cool to have all these tentacles coming off the head. The only downside here, and this is more so than even Plo Koon and Mace Windu, he's too short. Wikipedia says that Kit Fisto is 6'4". He's using the Obi-Wan Kenobi body, and Obi-Wan Kenobi is 6 flat. So he's about 4 inches too short, which is more noticeable than the 1 inch height difference that Plo Koon and Mace Windu had. It's a little bit more than a nitpick in my opinion. 4 inches is nothing to snicker at. There we go, that's a classy penis joke in my Star Wars review. In short, he's too short, but he still looks good. So let's talk about his accessories. What does he come with? What should he come with? And the answer is a lightsaber. Not his lightsaber, but a lightsaber. This is another lightsaber that came with General Grievous. It's especially weird that Kit Fisto doesn't have his lightsaber, considering that Hasbro's made a Force FX Black Series lightsaber. Like, they've done that, but it's not this lightsaber. Why wouldn't they do that? They know what his lightsaber looks like. Why does he come with this? On top of that, due to being the body of Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's got a hole on his belt where he could peg in a lightsaber, but this lightsaber has no peg to go into that hole, meaning you can't store it because the lightsaber doesn't allow it. Not that he doesn't have any place to put it. Again, kind of weird. Although the lightsaber is nicely molded and decently painted, and it's nice to have another green bladed guy to go on your shelf. They're few and far between, but the biggest thing here is the robe. Obviously, being a Jedi, Kit Fisto should come with a robe. There's no excuse for it. Every Jedi should come with one. Even one with tentacles coming off his head like this, he should still have a robe. Moving on to his articulation, again, having the Obi-Wan Kenobi body, he's got a decent amount of articulation. His elbows have a great range of movement. He's got butterfly joints on his shoulders. He's got great movement on his waist, on his legs. There's really not much to complain about except for his head. Due to the extenuous tentacles coming off of his head, it does hinder the movement of the head somewhat. Next, we've got his paint and sculpt. Again, being mostly a humanoid body, he basically is fine. I mean, we've seen it before. He's identical except for his head and hands to Obi-Wan Kenobi, just with sort of a palette swap of colors. I actually prefer Kit's darker colors, to be honest. His hands, though, are nice. I mean, they're just human hands, but painted to match the skin of his head. Like I said on the Plo Koon wave, being an alien in Star Wars means that you are mostly humanoid looking, but with silly hands and maybe an alien looking head. In a sense, he's essentially Obi-Wan Kenobi wearing a Kit Fisto mask and gloves. It is cool though that the left hand is sculpted like he's doing some sort of force thing, like it's not a straight cuppy hand, it's sort of open a bit, and I like that because it can still hold a lightsaber, but it does dual duty as sort of a force move, and I appreciate what they're doing with that. The biggest problem here though is actually the painting on the tentacles. On the front, they look great. He's got bands across all of his tentacles, and on the front they're painted, but on the back there's almost no paint. There's no paint on any of the bands, even though they're sculpted, and there's no paint on the tips like there is on the ones coming off his front. It's like they knew you were gonna look at it from the front, so they put extra double duty going into the details there, but in the back they were like, good enough. And it's not. It really shouldn't be. They should have gone the whole route. He's got sculpted bands on his tentacles. They should have painted them. Next, we've got want and availability. Did I want this? And yeah, I mean, I've gone on record saying I want all the Jedi. This is just another step to completing that. Another Jedi down. Is he perfect? No. Do I wish he was better? Sure. Am I happy he's in my collection? Yeah, I am. It's just that when I want a character like this, especially one that's largely the same between multiple movies, I want a definitive version of this character, and I don't feel like this is definitive. Also, just like the other figures in this wave, good luck finding him. Kit Fisto is one of the more popular ones from it. You can maybe find him at GameStop, you can maybe order him online. I got mine from Dorkside Toys. It took forever to get it, but eventually I did get it, and I'm happy I have him for the most part. I am though gonna give him a 2.75 out of 5. He's good. He's just not great. I wish that he were a little better. It's like Hasbro just took so many shortcuts to get this figure out that maybe the normal person might not notice the problems with this figure, and they're absolutely happy having him on the shelf the way he is. And if you're that person, kudos, good for you. And I hope I didn't sway your opinion too much. I am still glad he's on my shelf, but I can't help but look at him and wish that he were better. So that's it. That puts the nail in the coffin for Phase 3 of Star Wars The Black Series. There are a couple other figures coming out this year in the older style, but they're not part of the numbered wave. We've got some gaming greats, we've got some Galaxy's Edge, but Hasbro said that at the end of 2020, like that's it, they're moving everything over to the new box style. So we have more of that to look forward to, and that's gonna be fun. And as soon as I get those figures in, of course, yes, I'm gonna review them. But in the meantime, let me know down in the downstairs area what you thought of this video. I love to read and respond to all the comments. I'd also like to take a moment to thank these people here for supporting me on Patreon at a Black Series level or higher. Thank you guys, it means a lot to me that you did that. I also do have a channel membership if Patreon's not your thing. Also, if you could give the video a like, share it, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. All of that stuff helps out the channel too. And with that, that's it. Thanks for getting this far, and I'll see you later. Bye.